If one more label try to stop me, it's gonna be some dread. It's in your lobby. You don't want to problem when I'm running with me. You don't want to problem when I'm running with me. Just another day at the pick up on the mail. If I turn right and put it street, they be like, can't go. You don't want to problem when I'm running with me. You don't want to problem when I'm running with me. Just another day at the pick up on the mail. If I turn right and put it street, they be like, can't go.
Woo! What's going down? What's going down? It's time to go down, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I am absolutely excited. YouTube, great morning to you. Periscope, great morning to you. Yo, love from the one and only Coach and Beyond with Coach Sagasti. You are tuned in. You are tuned in right now. It's time to tune your heart in, tune your mind in, and as I always say, listen. The biggest form of communication is listening. So listen closely, man, okay? Because I'm gonna give you the proverb today. Yo, you got 25 days. 25 days, man. 25 days, and you are absolutely done. You're done, yo. It's priority now. It's priority. 25 days, 600 hours. 600 hours in 2016 is behind you. Are you hearing me? Like, yo, 600 hours goes quick. It goes fast. You feel me? So you got to think about this, man. 600 hours. 600 hours and 2016 is over. Woo! Woo! So, yo, my name is Coach Frank Sagasta, and you tuned in to No Sugar in My Coffee. And that's exactly what there is. No sugar in my coffee. I'm going to give it to you absolutely raw. My man Matt gave me something yesterday, and I don't know if you guys seen it, but it was just epic, man. Just like, yo, what he put out there, and I had to share it. But it was the picture of the rats, and the rats were testing the humans, you know what I'm saying? And all you see in the picture is like these images of like these rats that were eating at the sugar, like, or the humans were eating at the sugar, and it was just amazing. Like, I don't know, man. That's not why, I don't have sugar in my coffee or things in my coffee because at one point in time I was gaining weight like massively because I was putting like additives into my coffee and sugar into my coffee. So that's the real reason why Coach Sagasta doesn't put sugar in his coffee. Plus the prime principle of, when I'm going to say something, I'm going to say it and I'm going to give it to you raw. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it to you absolute. I'm gonna reprove you like the word is reproving me, like my Heavenly Father is reproving me, like many of the great learners in life have reproved me, like my wife has reproved me, like giving it raw. You know what I'm saying? And it's the conformity of a diamond. It comes raw. You have to take time and polish it up and then so on and so forth. It's a process, right? So, that's the same thing as what I look at. You know what I'm saying? We were but a filthy rag, and God continues to just pour into us and help us day by day in every way to get better and better. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I appreciate you guys being on, definitely. Periscope, thank you so much from Russia. Thank you from Paris. I love you. I appreciate you guys so much for being on. There's nothing but unity and love and respect. What I shared last night, I shared something with Justin last night. I shared with two other people last night. That some people don't even understand the two greatest commandments. So I'm gonna give you just one. I'm gonna tell you just one. One of the greatest laws is to love thy neighbor as thyself. And as I expressed with a lot of people, he's not talking about just Tom, Dick, or Harry lives next door to you, even though you should. But I'm saying, like, every person you come in contact, you got to have strong love. And love starts with the heart. It doesn't start with the mind. It doesn't start with the thighs. It doesn't start with the body. That's the outer appearance. I'm talking about the heart, inner part. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody's having a great morning. A great morning. That's right. Great morning to you, Mark. Great morning, Joseph, man. Appreciate you guys getting on. I thank you so much for joining. So for everybody on Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, blessings to you this day and every day. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys so much. Today is tune. Listen to the tune of Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? The tune of Tuesday. So, I'm going to go ahead and get into the proverb, man, because I want to get into this before I know everybody's on their way to work. So let's go ahead and get into this, and I'll elaborate a little bit about my day yesterday and how it was such a blessing. I'll share my blessings with you, okay? All right, so it says right here in Proverbs chapter 6, because what? It is what? We have 25 days until this year's over. 600 hours and this year's over. So we're in Proverbs chapter 6, verse 9. It says, how wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou rise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth, and the want as an armed man. So, yo, one more time, man. I'm gonna give it to you one more time. Listen real closely, okay? I want you guys to pay attention. It says, "How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise?" Okay, when wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall poverty come to them that traveleth, and as a want man as an arm. Yo, so check this out. What the proverb is definitely expressing is how can you want anything? How can you do anything in life? And I'm gonna read something else to you. I'm gonna read a story to you real quick, man. Not a long story, not a long drawn out story, but something in my library that just when I read that verse, it just grabbed my attention. So hear me out, okay? You tell me who the person is after I'm done. Don't say anything until after I'm done. And I'm talking about people on Periscope. YouTube doesn't have the capability of getting on and posing comments at this moment. But in time, I'm sure they'll get to that point. They'll get to that platform. But right now, for Periscope, for Facebook, please wait until I read the whole thing. I'm sorry, this whole section, and then express to me who this individual is, okay? When I looked at the name of the people I identified in life that had such a dream and a passion, I looked to one in particular person, a pioneer, a visionary. I'm not going to say his name, okay? He has sorted so many different things in life. The whole secret of success in life and was found in one destiny within his heart. Dream grew out of the interest of anything mechanically. From a boyhood and a passion, he would go out studying and tinkering with machinery. He taught himself about steam engines, clocks, combustion engines. He traveled around the whole countryside doing repairs for free. He would soon become one of the finest mechanics of his time of watches. Are you hearing me? Of watches. Yo, so hold on, we're not done. He even had a night engineering opportunity that came his way. He continued to study and increasingly intrigued with the idea of an automobile. He would soon be engulfed. His whole attention would be expanded toward building his own car. Hold on, I'm not done, I'm done. But his first car would be built in the shed behind his home. After he continued to think about how to improve his early efforts, he would study continually on how to build a car. In fact, he would also study the greats. Ramison E. Olds, who was the first individual to manufacture the first Oldsmobile in 1900. Out of his love for machinery, he was deeply intrigued with automobiles that he finally grew more and more with the passion and love. He studied early and continued. Who was this person? I know some of you guys do. I'm not gonna indulge in who the individual was. I know you know. So as I read from the verse, man. As I read from the verse, you know what I'm saying. Listen to what it says one more time, and I'll distinguish who. Thank you, Joseph. Henry H. Ford. That's right, Henry Ford. Henry Ford was that man. Woke up early. Very tenacious, very ambitious. He had a dream, he had a vision, and he applied action. So when I read in Proverbs chapter 6, verse 9, it says, "How wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou rise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands, so shall poverty come." People are in want right now. I want this, I want that, I want this. But yet you're not working for it. You're not getting up early for it. You're not obsessed with it. You're not trusting the process about it. You just kind of want it, as E would say. You just kind of want it. You know what I'm saying? And listen, y'all. Periscope, listen. Facebook, YouTube, hear me out. Okay? Listen, y'all. I believe we all have a dream in our heart. It's in the heart. We all have a dream. You know, Martin Luther King had an absolute dream, a vision, a huge expansion of vision. And I'm not just talking about, but as I read to you Henry Ford, a little bit of Henry Ford's story. You know, I got some great books in my library. I thank God so much for the information in my library, man. And I thank God so much that we have these institutes that we could go to. I call them my universities. I call it my school. When you see me walking, or you see me, I might do a live, but when you see me going there, straight up, man, I was never a learner. I was never a reader. Are you hearing me? I made the promise in 2015, as I share with many people around the world. I made a promise in 2015 that I was going to spend the rest of my life being a learner. And I got engaged. I barely got to college. Yo, man, I dropped out. Like, yo, I had to stop because it was becoming so, it was becoming so hard for me. Plus, I felt that it wasn't the need for me. I started reading about the greats and how they empowered themselves and how they always gave reverence to God. They always had faith. They always applied the faith. They had a desire backed by faith every single day. Are you hearing me? Like, this is what they did. This is how they lived. But they empowered themselves. They started reading. It's a known fact that, you know, before that idiot box ever showed up on scene, people used to read to their families. Paul would read in front of the fire. The old Calvin boy. Y'all don't, I know 99% of the people that I associate with have never even heard that story. Phenomenal story. I've gone through it twice. Why? Because it touched the heart. I'm just saying, like, yo, if I can do it, you can do it. I told you, we all have a dream. Periscope, we all have a dream. YouTube, we all have a dream. Facebook, we all have a dream. But not everybody, as I says right here, King Solomon said it. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When will thou rise out of thy sleep? I told you procrastinate. I told you 9 months ago. I told you just a month ago, a week ago. Procrastination and laziness, that's the desultory, is the killer. The hobgoblin is the killer of dreams, of vision, of desire. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that and I go, yo, wait a minute. That's right, man. We all have a vision. We all have a dream. It starts deep down inside in the heart. Not in the mind, it's in the heart. You have and it speaks well. It speaks well to the spirit of what you want, to your soul, what you want. And if you stay sleeping, you'll never attain it. If you stay sleeping, you'll never attain it. If you continue to be a slugger, if y'all don't know what slugger means, that means lazy. You know what I mean? Procrastinator. You know what I'm saying? That's the Hebrew word. That's the Greek word, slugger. Okay, and that's exactly it. You know. So I mean, it's inseparable. It is absolutely inseparable from your heart to your vision, to your love, your passion, of what you truly want to attain in life. You cannot be lazy about it. I'm just saying, straight up. I'm gonna give it to you straight. No sugar in my coffee. Coach and Beyond, Coach Sagasta. I will give it to you 100 every single time, because it's that time. I told you, you got 25 days. You got the #1 head start right now to get started on your vision, on your dream. As I shared many times, man, the straight up truth. You know, a vision without action is merely a dream. But when you apply action, it becomes reality. And a dream without any action will become just an idea. But if you continue to put action, man, you got great ideas. Not just an idea, but ideas each and every single day. You know what I'm saying? The clarity of mind is absolutely real. Clarity of heart, body, and soul is absolutely real. When you start engaging every single day, day in and day out, 365. You see my mission? 360, boom. 360, boom. I want to make 360, boom. Mission, 365. Yo, making a 360 transition, a transformation doesn't happen overnight. But when you make that 360-degree mission, it takes 365 days. And as I shared with you before, if you learn one thing every single day for a whole year, you would have learned 365 brand new things. This is elementary, man. This is not rocket science. I am not asking you to build a rocket ship and take me to the moon, take me to Mars. This is straight up elementary right here, man. It's inseparable. It is absolutely inseparable. Your vision and your goal and your dream have got to be congruent. Have got to be. But yo, nothing happens without action. Nothing happens without drive. Nothing happens without commitment. Nothing happens without grit. Nothing happens without the wittiness of doing what you want to do and how you want to do it and to attain it. Just putting it out there, yo. I'm just sharing, like, yo, sharing is caring, as the kids told me yesterday. Sharing is caring, coach. I love yesterday, man. I'm gonna share with you what happened yesterday, man, because this is testimony of what God is doing, not me. Nowhere, no. As I expressed to you, I am not but a filthy rag, the word says. But it's because of Him that I get to be the tool, He the mechanic. So hear me out. So this is what happened yesterday. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened yesterday. So yesterday morning, they called me, a school here locally called me and said, hey, coach, can you come and substitute our PE class? Absolutely. Absolutely. Give me the dates. Tell me the dates. I'm putting them in my calendar. I'll make sure I'm going to be there 100, right? So, yo, they called me. I said, I'll be there. And that's exactly what I did. I was there for them. Get there 8:30 in the morning, or I'm sorry, 8 o'clock in the morning. Class starts at 8:30. First class is a combo class. Very new school, 380 kids, right? And I was engaged, man, from the very moment. Like, those kids didn't see boo. Like, yo, I came out with the little bit of equipment that they had. Man, we got engaged. We took flight. We did some games. Yo, one game that I did absolutely with them that I love, and I got this from Coach Ron Banks. Coach Ron Banks, man, big shout out to you, man. I love you. I appreciate you. But Coach Banks, he taught me this game. It's called Trickery and Deceit. Trickery and Deceit. And the kids were like, what? What's trickery and deceit, coach? What is that? I said, okay, hold up. I'm going to explain to you. I said, I need you guys to line up on the fence. I said, now, one thing I'm going to tell you guys, so when we play trickery and deceit, you got to make sure you have one hand on the wall and you're going to hear the whistle. When you hear the whistle, you're going to run like fire. You're going to get to the other side. That's one of the things I ask you. But when you jump, if you happen to jump, then you definitely got to do a push-up. If you jump 2 times, then you have to do 5 push-ups. I said, but you got to make sure you hit the whistle. If you hear the whistle, then you definitely got to run like fire. Now, if you heard what I said right now, as I spoke very fast, I used the word whistle. You'll go on the whistle, twice. I said it twice, right? So it's exactly what I tell my kids yesterday, right? And I love this game because I imposed a little bit more into it versus what I was taught. And so I expressed it. This is all the form of communication, people. Listening, testing their ability to listen. This is what I do. This is what I'm saying. Like, yo, the best form of communication is listening. I've listened to a bunch of wise men. I've sat around great wise men. And now today I have the opportunity by the grace of God to listen to wise men day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, you might not see me all the time listening and liking and sharing everybody's video. Why? Because I want to hear the wisest men that touch this earth. I want to be moved. As I told you yesterday, I want to be reproved. So it's the same thing I share with these kids. I said, yo, you have to listen. You have to pay attention because I used the word 2 times. And yo, it's a condition. You got to hear me. So first time, hands on the wall. On your mark, get set, go. All the kids except one. Fire. I did this repeatedly, class after class after class after class. Are you hearing me? I did this for many, many classes throughout the whole day yesterday. 9 hours. Did it with every single class, right? Why? Because I was testing their ability. They thought it was all a game. I was testing their ability. And only one class was so transformed. They were listening. You know what I'm saying? They were listening. They stopped. Yo, they heard the word twice. They didn't move. So out of a whole bunch, only 2 kids in one class jumped. They had to do 5 jumping jacks and 5 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? And so, yo, I share this because it's so important, man. Listen. You have a dream in your heart deep down inside. Listen. You have a vision for 2017. Listen. It's that time right now to start putting action towards your vision, towards your dream for 2017. You have 25 days, 600 hours to start grinding towards it. I share this with you that in light that you'll start focusing your dream, your desire, backed by faith, that your vision for 2017 is going to be phenomenal. Like straight up. People are going to have to wear sunglasses around you because you're going to be on flames. Are you hearing me? That's what I'm expecting. You know what I'm saying? You got to expect it. You got to believe in yourself. As I told one individual yesterday, you got to look in the mirror. You're your biggest challenge. You're your biggest enemy. If there's anything you're going to fear, it should be that man right there in front of you. Take the veil off your eyes and be great today. You know, I'm gonna share one blessing. You know, one thing I love doing, man, is sharing my blessings with all of y'all. From Russia, from Israel, you know what I mean? From Spain to South Africa to South America. I appreciate you guys for being on Periscope. I love you. I appreciate that so much. I thank you guys so much for being on and you guys engaging. There's nothing more I like than seeing that engagement. Even on Facebook, I appreciate you guys for being on and sharing the videos. Tracy, thank you so much for sharing the video. I didn't look down to see how many people have shared the video, but thank you guys for sharing. I appreciate it. That totally hits the heart for Coach Sagasi. In fact, it gives me goosebumps. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys. But yesterday, one of my buddies, I haven't talked to him in like 9 months. 9 months. I haven't talked to him in 9 months, and I was moved by it. You know, in fact, look at the goosebumps. I was moved by it, man. Haven't talked to him in a long time. And my man got at me yesterday. Well, actually, he got at me, but he didn't think I was going to engage that fast. He didn't think that I was going to jump into action before I had to head to work. He didn't think that I was going to do that yesterday. As soon as he texted me, I jumped on. Boom. What's going down? We talked for almost an hour. Why? Because he's my friend. Why? Because he's been on my heart. Why? Because he's been on my mind. Why? Because we are always on his mind. We are always on his heart. And so he should be with us every single day in our heart, in our mind, in our talk, in our walk. One of the greatest things that I ever heard, thank you so much, Rachel. One of the greatest things I ever heard, and it came from Thomas Edison, a man of workmanship, a man of faith. He said, the opportunity is missed. Opportunity is missed mostly by many people. Opportunity is missed many times by people because it comes dressed as overalls and it looks like work. Thomas Edison once said that. Opportunity is missed. Are you hearing me? Don't be lazy. Look at, man, you got a dream. 25 days, 600 hours. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You got to be excited, man. You got to be excited. You should have a head start. Like I'm saying, you got to have a plan. You got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? 2017 is on its way. 25 days away. Woo! It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to apply action. It's time to grind. It's time to elevate to the next level for 2017. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, it's been great. It's been phenomenal. Don't be the slugger. Know that you have a dream, a vision deep down in your heart, deep down in your soul. And, as I expressed to you, man, it's inseparable of what you say and what you want in life. So be about it today. Be about it today. Make the rest of your day the best of your day. Make the rest of the week the best of your week. And 25 days, 600 hours. Where will you be December 31st? Where will you stand December 31st? You know what I'm saying? So look at that. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, or I'll see you guys this afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for sharing the video. Thank you so much for the comments. And today I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna jump in here. I'm gonna get engaged. I'm gonna engage Periscope. I'm gonna engage in the conversations before we go. Okay. So I'm gonna start at the top of fast. Tim, my beloved brother from the UK. Thank you so much. Rachel, great morning to you. Thank you so much. Joseph, I appreciate you, man. You know that. Mark Duckett, thank you guys for joining, for being on, but also for sharing the video, man. I thank you guys so much, man. Great morning to you and the family. I love you guys. L. Marshall, man. Marshall, I appreciate you so much for sharing the video. I love you guys. Thank you. Patrick Osmond, my brother from down under, Sydney, Australia. Sydney, Australia in the house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's cool, man. I love it. I love it. Oh, Mark Menard was on. Yo, Mark is a straight up. He's a brother of the faith. Um, I spoke with him, I don't know, about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours on the phone, and I could definitely distinguish the man's um, intelligence. I can distinguish the man's passion and love for his fellow man, and his heart to give back to kids. That's a diamond. So I share that with you on YouTube and Periscope. Check out his book. It's on Amazon. I got mine coming. Lord willing, to be here hopefully by the end of this week. But I should have actually ordered my book from him. That way he could have signed it. But nonetheless, it is what it is. I really look forward to getting the opportunity to go with him to Africa and go with him to different places and really be a workman, not just through speech, but also through physical form. As we say, Christ himself was a worker. Okay, he was a worker. He wasn't as the images that man has portrayed, but he was a hard worker. And so I want to be very diligent with my works. All right, so let's go through this. Joseph, Lisa, Franklin, thank you so much for joining on. Mark Keys, thank you for being on, man. What's up, man? I appreciate you guys. My mother and father-in-law are on. My mother and father-in-law. I call them my mother, my father-in-law, and my outlaw. You know what I'm saying? I just playing. I love my mother-in-law dearly. She knows she's my mom. She's my mother. She's my mother. My biological mother left this earth for eternity back when I was 21 years old. So I mean, she's been my mother ever since then. For 18 years, she's been my mom. So I can definitely joke with my mother-in-law. I could definitely be very witty with my mother-in-law. So